Hope everyone's having a good day today. Gonna make up some spark plug wires for my shovel head. It takes 4 plug wires. There's 2 spark plugs in each head. I got electronic ignition on it. So for coils, you want to run 3 ohm. These are for dual plugged heads. I got 2 of these. There's the other one. But yeah, 3 ohm for electronic ignition. And for electronic ignition, I use these. They're spiral core wires. Points ignition, you got to use solid core wire and 5 ohm coils. And these are just regular spark plug wires, wire cutters, pliers. When you're making your own plug wires, when you cut them, do about 3/4 of an inch, and it shows on there where to cut them. That way when you go to put the ends on, you fold the core over top the wire and crimp everything in. Just like that. This little piece, this is just insulation, but that's how it should look. So I'll do the other end and the other 3 wires, and I'll be right back. Okay, when you get all the ends stripped down, just take a knife. You can use scissors too. And then just trim off this excess insulation that the pliers didn't get. And this is way cheaper to do than buying spark plug wire kits. For the dual plug setup on my shovel head, to buy the Dynatech plug wires is 240 bucks Canadian. To buy 100 feet of this Taylor wire, and this is good wire, was $140. And for the boots and connectors is another 30 bucks. And I can make 12 sets of plug wires with the connections that I got. I use always little WD-40. It helps put this stuff together better. These boots are a real pain in the butt to try and get on if you don't have anything to make them slippery. You can use grease too, whatever you have. I like WD-40 because it stays on there and it displaces water too. So if you have any moisture, it's not gonna stay on there. These are the ones that go on the spark plug. So yeah, you just fold it over just like that. Put the end on. Always crimp the outside edges just a little bit. That'll give you a head start to hold everything together. And then when you're ready to crimp it, it's nice and close, it's tight already. Perfect. Taking the time and making your own stuff too. You like, I don't know, I like doing stuff myself. I always have, even when I was a kid. A lot of the time it wasn't because I wanted to, or it was because I had to. So you learn to do stuff on your own. Don't rely on everybody to do something that you can do. So yeah, again, just crimp the ends in a little bit, get a head start. This one's all done. This way too, like making your own spark plug wires. I know some guys might think it's tedious or just rather go and buy them, but when I'm making my own, I can use the parts that I want. This way I know that it's not going to be a failure from bad parts. It'll be a failure because I did something wrong. Yeah, that's one. I think it's relaxing too, building your own stuff. Doesn't matter what it is. If you're into carpentry or motorcycles, cars, hell, even pottery, whatever you enjoy doing, do it. Have a sense of pride and accomplishment. I think that's what the world's lacking nowadays is everybody wants people to do something for them. Nobody has the knowledge. Knowledge is becoming lost. Yeah, if anybody wants to see something about motorcycles or has questions, I know I'm not the smartest or know the most, but the old shovelheads, Evos, that's the stuff I like working on. I have a twin cam, 88 inch, but I haven't rode that thing in probably 3 years. Just always putting miles on my shovelhead and my Evo. Still waiting parts for my 015. The little cam follower for the points cracked, the plastic piece broke, so I'm gonna put electronic ignition in it, that little module. And if I have to change the coil on it, then I'll have to change the coil, but hopefully it'll work. That's a saw that I got for 13 bucks. It's sitting right there. Got the dirt bike running for the kids last week. Had to put a new carb on that. That was cheap. It was, I think, $28 for a carburetor, intake, and air filter. So you can't go wrong with that. Can't even buy the carb kit for that price. Sorry about the train going by. This is a busy rail line that goes by our place. It's non-stop. And when you flip over the core, you want it on the opposite side of this. I missed a piece. So yeah, just roll over the core and your end right on top, just like that. These spark plug wire pliers, they're cheap too. You don't have to buy the $80 ones. I think these ones are 20 bucks. And you get them right from Taylor. MSD sells them, Excel. Doesn't matter what ones you get, just as long as they work. They're nothing fancy. WD-40 again. Boot. There. We finally got nice weather again. It's plus 15 degrees Celsius here today. And tomorrow it's supposed to be cold again. Like high of 4 degrees tomorrow. By the looks of it, it's supposed to be like that for the rest of the month. But at least it's not snowing. These are the ends that go into the coil. Perfect. Kind of screwed up. I should have put the coil boot end on first before I crimped on the fitting connector. Then always just look inside, make sure you can see the spark plug end connector on there and it's the right way. Yeah, done. Oh, this one's not on there all the way. They're finished. So that's 4 spark plug wires now. And that doesn't take long. And this way you know what you got to. And these wires I think will be really good for this engine. Like I said before, it's 96 inch. That's what it was before, but just redoing it the same as it was. Be 10.5 to 1 compression, C-grind Andrews cam, solid lifters, Keith Black pistons. They're S&S heads. I did some porting in them. Once I get my TIG welder back, then I got to weld up some cooling fins for the front head. In the accident, the one head got crunched up a little bit, but well, I hope everybody has a good day, and I hope that helps somebody out. Talk to you later.